My name is Paulette Frank, and I have the privilege to serve as Johnson & Johnson's Worldwide Vice President of Environmental Health, Safety, and Sustainability. As the world's largest, most broadly based healthcare company, we understand that human health and environmental health are inextricably linked. Put simply, healthy people need a healthy planet. And that is why I am incredibly proud to be here at Future Human representing J&J this year. My colleague, Kat Euler, had the privilege of being here last year to talk about our vision for a world without disease. And I'm delighted to be here today to talk about J&J's commitment to the health of our planet. Tomorrow, you will also be hearing from my colleague, Johan van Hoof, who will be discussing J&J's efforts in combating COVID-19 and our company's road to developing a vaccine. This past year, we have all been understandably consumed with the COVID-19 pandemic. I'd like to begin by extending my heartfelt sympathies and condolences to those in the audience and around the world who have lost loved ones, faced illness, and experienced unexpected hardship as a result of COVID-19. I also know that some may be worried that the pandemic may diminish or delay the need for urgent climate action now. The United Nations Decade of Action is admittedly off to, well, an interesting start. While some may see the circumstances of the past 10 months as a setback, we at J&J see it as inspiration to propel our climate action further, faster. As difficult and painful as it has been, the pandemic has taught us several invaluable lessons about our collective vulnerability and responsibility to each other and to the one planet that we all call home. More than that, this past year has shown us our capacity for bravery and shared action in response to a global threat to the health of humanity. At J&J, we have seen that bravery firsthand in the frontline healthcare workers, the doctors, nurses, caregivers, and emergency responders who have been treating patients often to the point of exhaustion. We have seen that bravery in our own on-site superheroes, our essential colleagues who are working to manufacture and deliver the products and breakthrough interventions that protect us and will ultimately defeat this virus. This includes our workforce in Ireland, where we are 5,000 colleagues strong across 10 sites who support our pharmaceutical, medical device, and consumer health businesses. We have seen that bravery in the patients and their loved ones, and indeed in entire societies, facing down this difficult disease with the hope not just of survival, but of renewal. Inspired by all of them, J&J is accelerating our climate action with a new set of commitments, which I am so pleased to share with you today. We began setting public climate goals 20 years ago, and our new climate commitments are our boldest and most ambitious yet. Building on our strong history of climate action, by 2030, we aim to achieve carbon neutrality in our operations. In order to achieve this goal, we will need to exceed what the science tells us is necessary to help keep our planet below 1.5 degrees Celsius of temperature rise. To help meet this goal, we are aggressively accelerating our target for 100% renewable electricity from 2050 to 2025. In addition, we are committing to work with our suppliers to reduce our upstream carbon footprint by 20% by 2030. This work will deliver nearly 2.5 times the carbon footprint reduction compared to our own operations. Now, the hard work of achieving these new goals begins. Our confidence is high, not only because of all the groundwork that has been laid to set them, but also because of decades of experience that tells us we are committed and capable. Decades of experience that include the pioneering actions of our colleagues in Ireland. Let me take a moment to describe what makes our colleagues in Ireland special. First, they play a vital role in J&J's global supply chain network. Johnson & Johnson Vision in Limerick is one of the largest contact lens manufacturing sites in the world. while our Janssen Sciences facility in Cork manufactures life-changing biotherapeutic products to treat cancer and autoimmune diseases. Second, they embrace new innovations and technologies. Our research team in Saranovis, Galway, develops novel medical device solutions for acute ischemic stroke, while our 3D printing center of excellence in Depew Synthes Cork prints personalized orthopedic implants. With such advancements in manufacturing technologies, we are very proud to have our Depew Synthes and Janssen Sciences sites in Ireland named as members of the World Economic Forum Global Lighthouse Network, which consists of a select group of 54 factories representing some of the most advanced manufacturing facilities in the world. Third, we are passionate about diversity and inclusion, including women in science, technology, engineering, math, manufacturing, and design, what we call WeSTEM 2D. And our businesses in Ireland are known as leaders within and beyond J&J for advancing women in WeSTEM 2D careers. In its 5th year, it is a high-intensity program reaching over 150 undergraduate women to date from the University College Cork and University of Limerick. It is no surprise that this pioneering spirit also underpins a rich history of environmental stewardship. Our J&J Ireland sites have invested over 60 million euros in over 80 carbon footprint reduction projects over the past decade. Last year, I was able to visit our Janssen Sciences campus in Cork, which recently achieved LEED Green Building Silver certification. I was visiting to celebrate the opening of an additional manufacturing plant there. It was a bright, sunny day as I drove up to the campus, and as I got closer, I could see the wind turbine majestically turning against the bluest of blue skies. But what always takes me aback when I see a wind turbine isn't its sheer size and power, it's the sound. A surprisingly quiet, rhythmic whoosh. That for me is both awe-inspiring and comforting because I know with each whoosh, it is helping to power our plant where products that will transform lives are being made. In fact, it provides renewable energy for about 50% of the site's yearly electricity usage. This is one of 4 wind turbines that we've built on our manufacturing properties in Ireland over the past decade and complements the nearly 50 solar arrays we've built around the globe. Building renewable energy sources like solar arrays and wind turbines on our sites is a tremendous source of pride for our employees. We also realize that buying renewable electricity can accelerate our progress, and that is why I'm excited to share that our family of J&J companies in Ireland will soon be announcing a significant commitment through a renewable energy power purchase agreement, which will take us one step closer to our goal of sourcing 100% of our electricity needs globally from renewable energy by 2025. We at J&J are not alone in stepping up to the challenge of shaping a more resilient future. During the pandemic, many of us have stepped up in our own individual ways, taking on new roles, wearing new hats in our professional and personal lives, a testament to what we are capable of when faced with the urgency and scale of a global public health threat. For me, in addition to my day job at J&J, at the onset of the pandemic, I took on an assignment to coordinate the development and manufacture of millions of bottles of hand sanitizer at several of our facilities around the world. When 2020 started, I would never have imagined that a new product launch would be amongst my most proud accomplishments, not only of the year, but of my career. And to the lifelong job of being a mom, during the past year, I've worn the hats of teacher, tech support, cafeteria supervisor, and chief PPE procurement officer. And with these new hats came some special moments. My oldest son became our in-house barista, and afternoon coffee breaks became opportunities to share what each of us was working on for the day. Being environmentally conscious himself, he shared his worries of how his metal straw would be no match for all the single-use plastics he saw making a comeback, and how he was more determined than ever to stick with his beef-free diet. So when J&J accelerates its renewable electricity goal by 25 years, I'm not just proud to share this news with you, I am so proud to tell my son that instead of being 45 with a family of his own, we'll be running our sites on 100% renewable electricity before he's out of college. Of course, the challenge ahead is daunting. In the past 2 decades alone, humanity has emitted more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere than the mass of all living matter currently on Earth. Yet just as the world has accelerated its release of greenhouse gas emissions, we can also accelerate its reduction and removal. The impacts of climate change are no longer many decades away. They are happening now. From devastating forest fires to the increases in the intensity and number of droughts, floods, and hurricanes happening throughout the world. And along with these impacts come potential human health impacts, from heat-related and respiratory illnesses to new infectious disease patterns, expected to disproportionately affect vulnerable communities. In fact, the World Health Organization has called climate change one of the greatest global public health threats of the 21st century. We have a saying at J&J. It's actually a quote from the founder of our pharmaceutical business, Paul Janssen. He would say, "Patients are waiting." These 3 simple words give you an immediate sense of the urgency and what's at stake for people waiting for solutions that could change the trajectory of their health. Our children and future generations are waiting. Now more than ever, we need strong, perhaps even unconventional partnerships across disciplines in all sectors of society to create systemic change at scale. Perhaps conservationists may have to start thinking of themselves as public health advocates, and public health advocates may need to think of themselves as environmental stewards. Again, the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us all that we can wear more than one hat, that we can take on new roles and get new jobs done, even ones we never imagined doing before. It's time to throw more hats in the ring and to protect the health of our planet like our collective health depends on it, because it does. Thank you.